Men, this law will affect you greatly. Men, this law will affect you greatly. What's up, everybody? My name is Kier, and you are watching The Important Things That Really Matter. Today, we're going to be talking about men, this law will affect you greatly. You're going to learn a whole lot from this video. Like all my videos, you'll learn a whole lot of things that's going to help you to save a lot of time, help you to save a lot of money, and also help you to save you a whole lot of pain and suffering. And so today we're going to be talking about men, this law will affect you greatly. And so we're going to get into this. You want to learn, you want to really listen very, very attentively about what I'm about to say, because this can affect you tremendously. What am I talking about? We're talking about what law is going to affect you greatly that I'm talking about. I'm talking about the law of reaping and sowing. It is a law that was put in place when this planet was created. If you go to a farm, you see it in action. You take a seed, you sow it in the ground, you sow the seed into a ground. The seed turns into a tree, like an apple tree, and produces a harvest. The harvest is the fruit from the tree. So you have the process of sowing and you have the process of reaping, which is sowing is planting the seed in the ground, reaping is taking the apples off the tree, which is your harvest. So basically, in a nutshell, you see this principle you hear this principle called the law of reaping and sowing. The law of reaping and sowing. The law of reaping and sowing. What does that mean? That means even though you see it in physical operation on a farm, and you see the results of it when you go to a store, grocery store, because you're getting the reaping part of it. It happens in life also too. It's like a spiritual law also too. So what I mean, it means that whatsoever you do to another person will end up coming back to you, whether it's good or evil. It means that whatever you do to another person, whether it's good or evil, is going to end up coming back to you. Follow me? Okay. You can sit up and say, I don't agree with that, I don't believe with that. I mean, it's all in the Bible. It's in the Old Testament, it's in the New Testament. So we're going to give you an example of that. Today, we're going to give you a big example of that today. So we're going to be talking about, like I said before, men, this law will greatly affect you. Let me go into it. Fair use, fair use. There was this woman, and this woman actually was a good woman. Good woman. But she was with a guy that really and truly was domineering and controlling. Nowadays, you got women talking about, oh, the man was domineering, he was controlling. Nah, it has nothing to do with that. Nowadays, when men are telling ladies that they don't want their wives or they don't want their girlfriends to be out on this girls' night out thing, and especially not on a regular basis with their girlfriends and stuff, because men, they're not trying to be dominating and controlling. The men are telling their wives this or their girlfriends this because they know that their girlfriends have improper behavior, do stuff that will cause a relationship to fall apart or destroy a relationship. And so the man doesn't want his wife or girlfriend hanging with her girlfriends a whole lot on these girl night out trips, because that's where a whole lot of crap happens on these girls' night outs. The other women will persuade that woman that's in a successful relationship to keep her in the street. That woman will, the other girlfriends will persuade that woman who's married or single to screw around on the man at home. And men instinctively know that, and they don't want their woman to hang around with a bunch of girlfriends that's got that type of character, because those people will influence them over time. So anyway, what I'm talking about is not that type of controlling and domineering, because it's not controlling and domineering. But what I am talking about is real controlling and domineering. And so there was this guy that was married to this woman. She really was a good woman. But this guy was really controlling and domineering. I mean, really and truly controlling, really and truly domineering. And darn near every 5 or 10 minutes, he's telling his wife something to do. Do this, do that. Another 5 minutes, 10 minutes go, I want you to do this, I want you to do that. Another 5, 10 minutes go by, I want you to do this, I want you to do that. And he was doing this constantly when he was around at home. Never would relax, was constantly on his wife, over and over again. And so this man knew what he was doing was wrong, but he went ahead and did the stuff anyway. because he figured I'm a man. I'm hyper man. And I tell you what to do and all this other type of stuff. And a lot of men are not like that anymore. So this modern day, what they call controlling and domineering, is nowhere close to being controlling and domineering. Anyway, so this guy really and truly was controlling and domineering, had what you would call a Jezebel spirit. Jezebel spirits don't just come upon women. Jezebel spirits also get into men. This man really and truly was extremely controlling and domineering. Every 5 or 10 minutes, this man was telling his wife something to do and didn't even have to. Just doing it just to be doing it. Basically, what ended up happening over a period of time, it wore his wife down and wore his wife down so much so that she died before her time. And so, once again, fair use. She died before her time. She died at a young age because of this idiot that she was dealing with. And so, we're talking about the law of reaping and sowing. So, this man did all this abusiveness to his wife, and she really was a good wife. It's not like you dealing with one of these Pookie Ishas or Shanae's, and it wasn't like you were dealing with some of these folks now who a lot of times may not have much morals and values. They be doing all types of crazy stuff. But anyway, this is what this man did to his wife. And as a result of that, she actually died at a young age because of this guy. So this is a true example of somebody that a woman was dealing with who was dominating and controlling. This guy was telling her what to do every 10 minutes. So anyway, we're still talking about the law of reaping and sowing. What you do to another person, whether it's good or whether it's evil, is going to come back to you. If you do evil to people, evil things are going to come back to you. You do good to people, good things will come back to you. And it doesn't mean it's going to come back to you automatically right away. In some cases, it does come back to you automatically right away, immediately. And then sometimes it might take years before it comes back to you. And we're going to be talking about this today. Now, I just described what this man was about. Man dominating, really and truly domineering and controlling to his wife, which actually caused his wife to die before her time. She died at a young age because of his ass. Well, anyway, the man, years later, this man stood up here and got married. Got married to this woman. He didn't realize that he married the wrong. This guy was supposedly in the church too. He was a minister in the church. Married this woman, made the mistake of marrying the church HOE. He married the church HOE. Once again, I said fair use. Married the church HOE. Woman was screwing around with the pastor, screwing around with some of the deacons, but he didn't notice, okay? But he belonged to one of those churches where once you get married, you stay married forever, regardless of whether you married the church HOE or not. So anyway, this man married this woman. Woman just called his wife a number of times, screwing around on him with either the deacon or a pastor or whoever in the church. Yo, what am I talking about? I'm talking about the law of reaping and sowing. You see how all the stuff is coming back on this man? So anyway, it got to the point to where he not only called his wife a number of times screwing around on him, this man had a business. Now his first wife helped them to build a business. Helped him to build his business. His business became very, very profitable up under the first wife that he was really abusing mentally and emotionally, okay, because the man was dominating and controlling. Well, she kind of helped him to build his business. Well, the second wife that came, who was the church HOE, she helped him to destroy his business. This man was always very, very well known for doing high quality work with his business. He married this woman. All of a sudden, he's cutting corners. He's cutting costs. He's losing business. Woman not only screwed around on left and right, not only did she get caught, did he catch her numerous times, then the woman helped to destroy his very profitable business. So basically, in a nutshell, what happened? You see the law of reaping and sowing in place, in operation. All the stuff that this man did to his first wife his second wife was doing to him. She was abusing him mentally and emotionally, which is the same thing he did to his first wife. You know what that does to a man when you find out your wife is screwing around on you and you catch her? What do you think that do to you mentally, physically, and emotionally? So he's reaping what he has sowed. Not only that, but the first wife that helped to build his business, helped him to build his business, the second wife came along and helped to destroy the business. When that woman got through with him, caused him to go out of business because of his wife. Did you hear me? Second wife caused his business to go out of business. The man was an old man and didn't have nothing because of the second wife. The first wife that he had, if he was not domineering and controlling with his first wife, his wife could have helped him to probably build a multi-million-dollar business. But he didn't realize that. He was too busy being stupid and being dominating, truly domineering, controlling. You follow what I'm saying? So you see the law of reaping and sowing. You see it. Please like, please share, please subscribe. Please like, please share, please subscribe. I guarantee you, if you subscribe, you will have access to information from my channel that will help to save you thousands upon thousands of dollars and save you a whole lot of pain and suffering. Peace.